I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. Guys, I ran across a really interesting article this morning that basically says Ripple price analysis. XRapid needs to control a mere 5% of global payments for XRP to rise 500%. And then the article goes into McKinsey & Co., which draws back to Fed hires McKinsey to support faster payments task force. And guess who McKinsey said was the best proposal out of all the proposals? Ripple. We'll get into that, guys. But this article is really interesting here. You also can follow me on Twitter, CKJ at CKJ Crypto News. Thank you, everybody, for the support. It means the world to me. Latest Ripple news. The cross-border payment market is projected to hit $2 trillion by 2020, according to a recent report by McKinsey. Now, guys, like I said, McKinsey is like the one that's behind payments. They were actually hired by the Fed. Fed hires McKinsey to support faster payments task force. Next step, requested proposals for ways to fulfill the criteria, each of which is being assessed by McKinsey. And basically, the McKinsey assessment gave high marks to Ripple. So, guys, this is interesting here. Like I said, everything ties back to Ripple or the Fed, the IMF, the World Bank. 20, according to a recent report by McKinsey citing robust growth, especially in the Asia-Pacific corridor. The report goes on to say that global payments will swell and even exceed $5 trillion in the next 5 years. Now, if McKinsey Co. says this, guys, they've been pretty much tracking payments for like almost 100 years now, I believe. This is a very old company. And like I said, guys, they were hired by the Fed to support faster payments task force. The Fed hires McKinsey to support faster payments task force. We'll knock this article out first. Ripple has over 200 global customers with 5 more using XRP. It could swell even exceed $5 trillion in the next 5 years. This means a spot price Ripple through XRapid needs to control a mere 5% for XRP to surge 500%. True, the figures are solid, but the truth of the matter is that Belgium, a base SWIFT formed by banks and improving to seal loopholes, is still the dominant and go-to platform for banks. The advantages is fronted by Ripple's speed, efficiency, and cost cutting. SWIFT is working to address the settlement time, and HSBC is trailing a solution that will see transaction time drops in 2 hours. On the other hand, Ripple is ramping up, although partnering institutions prefer xCurrent to xRapid. And the reason, guys, I say if you join xCurrent, that's a win for xRapid. That's a win for Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse has clearly stated, guys, you get them signed on to xCurrent, they're going to save 30%. When they realize its technology is amazing and they only have to flip one more switch and save another 30% with xRapid, financial institutions saving 60%. Trust me, they're going to definitely go for that. As of right now, law allows xCurrent. They're working on xRapid, and we've covered that through Executive Order 13772, Donald Trump revamping the financial system after the last financial crisis in 2008. It's by law, these banks have to have so much dormant capital. So now they're rolling back them laws, and we've covered that in other videos. A solution to leverage XRP for liquidity. A number of companies plugged into RippleNet is up to 200 or more. What's more, 2 months after launching xRapid during a Swell conference, 12 more companies, including JNFX, Senfriend, TransPayGo, FTCS, and EuroXM Bank, are enjoying the cost and speed benefits of XRP. This is huge, guys. At third, XRP market cap is $14.7 billion, 800 million less than Ethereum, and these numbers are actually can be debated, from what I'm understanding, from between CoinMarketCap and CoinMarketWatch, I believe it's called. But what's interesting about this, guys, is McKinsey & Co. is basically saying by 2020 that the market could go up to $2 trillion, citing maybe even $5 trillion in 5 years. Like I said, guys, if you go to this right here, Fed hires McKinsey to support faster payments task force. To support development and roll out new payment systems in the U.S., the Federal Reserve last year launched the Faster Payments Task Force. The task force seeks to promote faster payments and capabilities throughout the country, as well as assesses proposals for improved payment systems. To support the assessment process, McKinsey & Co. had been called in. Like I said, guys, McKinsey & Co. was hired to assess which one of these proposals, out of the proposals, was going to be the best. And guess what? They got hired by the Fed, and they spoke. Federal Reserve Task Force Ripple improves speed and transparency. And I just showed you this right here, guys. Next, the task force requested a proposal for ways to fulfill the criteria, each of which is being assessed by McKinsey & Co. The McKinsey assessment gave high marks to Ripple. And basically, we already know it's fast, it's safe, it's secure. Ripple put forth the interledger-based solution, and out of all the proposals, Ripple's the only one that put on the table interledger technology. So me personally, guys, I think we're shooting. The Fed has not made a decision yet. But like I said, guys, even Ryan Zagone from Ripple's on the Faster Payments Task Force. A solution that enables improved messaging and tracking for real-time payments. Standing out is the only proposal focused on solving today's friction with cross-border payments. The McKinsey assessment gave high marks to Ripple. And like I said, guys, Fed hires McKinsey to support Faster Payments Task Force. This is huge, guys. This is huge. Like I said, guys, the Fed hired McKinsey. McKinsey's basically analyzing the payments, where we're going the next 2 to 5 years. 2020, $2 trillion. 5 years, $5 trillion. So just imagine, guys, the settlement of XRP with the $5 trillion payments market. That's huge. Alrighty, guys, I did tweet this article. You can read all the way through it if you like. We're just breaking down numbers and going to different things. Conclusion: considering technical and fundamental developments, XRP bulls have an upper hand. However, before we recommend the longs, we need to see a convincing break above 40%. Afterwards, we shall trade as follows. So, guys, like I said, I did tweet this article. Check it out. Basically, Ripple's price, xRapid needs to control a mere 5% of global payments for XRP to rise 500%. I like the way that sounds. Okay, guys, the CKJ coin will pop up right now. Smash that CKJ coin and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It's also the home of the 2 streams a day. We do Start Your Day with CKJ at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and then we do XRP After Dark at 9 p.m. Eastern also. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I will see you guys tonight in the live stream. Much love. Mahalo.